I'm gonna repass the count.
So today I got a medal. See this medal? I got this medal because I just finished another race, and it's a race called the Hot Chocolate. And as you can see, it's raining, and I kind of gave you guys some videos as I was doing different parts of the race. And now I'm feeling good and happy and proud, and it's pouring rain, but I feel really good. It's not even like a bad feeling at all, you know. So she's walking way out ahead of me because she wants to get her free mug. I don't know why people don't know they can just go buy a mug for $3 at Walgreens, but she really wants her little free mug. So I'm following along this ambitious black woman who's dying to get a free mug. And they give you free hot chocolate too. Check this out.
Get our mug.
Yeah, I was clowning you for
Ticket. Pull your
what?
thing down.
Oh, this.
Oh, are you on live?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I just want to get your mug for you.
Where's this one? Oh, yeah.
Pull it all the way down. No.
What?
I just want the bottom part.
Well, just rip it off. Rip the whole thing off.
That's all. I don't want the other part.
Oh. Well, let's rip all this.
Keep it on. No, you just chew it off.
That's my little
That's your thing.
thingamajig.
Oh, my feet.
Thank you.
Sorry, my ticket is in my bag. Can you get it? Yes, I got it. Sorry all done.
You ready?
Yep.
At the bottom, please. That says finish.
Can you? Are you able to do something with this?
You want me? Oh, well, I can hold it for you, but we won't be able to drink it.
No, this thing right here.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Oh, just put it in my pocket.
In your
It's got
pocket?
pins in it though. I just don't want the pins to stick me.
Oh,
It's all
I think
good.
it may be okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I just wanted that bottom piece, not the whole thing. Okay.
Okay. So this is our big reward. This is why we ran all them damn miles, huh?
Hot chocolate.
So, you know, next time we probably make some hot chocolate at home.
Oh, it hits the spot too.
Does it? It's good, actually. Tastes good. Congratulations, man. Good job.
Right.
All right, brother. So it's almost like you can, while it's still inside the thingamajig.
I think you're supposed to dip it.
Really? Hold on. Look at this. Well, I'll tell you, it is not fun to operate a Samsung in the rain.
You need me to hold that for you?
No.
Are you sure?
So I dip this in here like this, or dip it in the chocolate?
I think in the chocolate fondue. Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me dip it.
What is this?
I don't know. It's a donut, boys.
Is it? Let me see. I can verify and confirm it. Is a donut.
It is a donut. Are you cold?
A little bit. Let's start heading back to the car.
Let's go this way.
Look at my fingers.
Oh no! There you go.
We got blue donut Smurf fingers. I don't want to eat too much of this though. Well, we're about to go to that breakfast spot. Thank you, Posey. And thank you, EJ. So this is the scene. Uh-oh. And this is the medal. And this is the random stuff they gave us. I'm gonna toss this.
Toss what?
All of this.
Oh my goodness!
It was
it's your
good.
souvenir.
What is? This damn blue bowl you could buy at any Walmart in America.
Yeah, but it's got It's a commemorative bow. Always remember this moment. I can see the look on your face. You should keep the bow. Ask the people. Keep it.
Let me see. Congrats, Doc and Queen Tom as well. Thank you. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Hard work pays off. I know, it sure does.
Let's walk toward the car.
Yeah, do you know which way the car is?
I think I do.
What is this? Are these pretzels?
Here, I got this for you. I think you want to dip it in the chocolate?
Yeah. Let me try it. Okay.
Just put all of it in there.
On fault. Uh-huh. Thank you, Bert. And Mario. I'm gonna tell you.
The banana in there too.
I don't need this anymore.
You don't want the banana?
Take the banana if you want mine. Do you want mine? Okay, I'm good. 9-mile races, that's longer than I do when I train. I don't do 9 miles when I train. I don't know. I'm deciding if I should keep this as a souvenir. I don't think should I keep it? I'm gonna toss it. I know I ran the race. I got pictures. And I got witnesses. So thanks, Tony. New here, however, congratulations to you all. Oh, she's new. All right. Whenever I meet new black people, I'm like, where you been my whole life? I've been yelling and screaming for you since 2007. Where you been? Hello. Oh my gosh. I am feeling soreness. I used to not, I remember when running 2 miles was like, oh shit. And I would get bored. Like, it was a mental thing too. Like, mentally, I'd be like, man, I'd be thinking, is this mile ever going to end? That's how I used to feel when I would run. I'd be like, why does it take so long to run a mile? And then I started trying to shift my mindset. Like, inside my head, I would say, okay, to run a mile will take a while, but that's okay. I can run all day. I would say that to myself. You know that? And now when I do the miles, I'm mentally prepared for the fact that it's going to take a really long time. You know what I mean? And so it's like now I can kind of knock them out. Like, we got to 2 miles and 3 miles, and we're just talking and chilling, and 4 miles, 5 miles, 6 miles, 7.
I think our lovely conversation keeps it going.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Ain't nothing like transformative, life-changing behavior or life-changing actions in the presence of a beautiful black woman.
Oh, wow.
The black woman is the mother of the earth, so she can also be the mother of your rebirth.
What?
That's some poetic shit, I think. I think it's true, but it's so true. The black woman is the mother of the earth. It started in Africa, and men can't have babies, so it was the black woman that gave birth to all of this. And you know, women, actually, speaking seriously though, like, women are givers of life, psychologically and emotionally and physically. So that's why women can, like if you're sick, a lot of women will naturally want to nurse you to health. Or if they go in your room and your room is dirty, they'll want to clean it up. Or if they feel like you're hungry, they'll want to feed you. You know, because they're just givers of life. They're nurturers. Or if they see babies, some women like react to babies like crackheads.
Especially women who are connected to their feminine side, you know?
Yeah. Like, I think that's, to me, I think that's great. And I think that we lose a lot in our society when women are not taught that that's a type of power. Like, you know, like, that's why I'm not a, fan of some of these ideas out here, because, when they start telling women to act like men, you're giving away so much of your power. It's like telling me to be a white man. When I was trying to be a white man, I was giving away the power that came with my blackness. And I remember, what was it? Tempest Bledsoe, who was on the Cosby Show. When I was talking to her and Daryl, her boyfriend, they've been together 20 years. Daryl was on a different world. He played Ron, very intelligent black man. Anyway, I was talking to Tempest and Daryl for a couple hours, and I remember Tempest said that she actually said Felicia Rashad told her that the queen, like on the chessboard, the queen has all the power, and she taught her that there's ways as a woman to really know how powerful you are as a woman. You ain't gotta run around and put on some shoulder pads and strap on a penis and to feel powerful. Like, you can be powerful, because again, you're the mother of the earth. Like, you're the originator of all of this. She brought you in this world. She can take you out. I can't see your comments as much. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Congratulations, and you're still breathing. I know, right? Yeah, well, what pushed me to really just kind of want to do more of this was I did not like this fact that there are certain people who just believe that, like, when you get to be like 40 years old or whatever, you're supposed to just start getting fat and old and damn near disabled and shit. I never wanted to live like that. Like, I don't want to be just some fat old guy.
Boys, when me and you first met, no way we could run this distance.
No.
We're in better shape now.
Oh yeah, then when we were. Yeah, well, when I met you, I was 22. You were 19. We couldn't do this.
No way I could be. No.
I'm stronger now than I was when I was that age, and I can run further distances. Absolutely. Let me get this thing off my screen. What is this crap? Hold on.
What is it?
I don't know how to. Okay. Maybe I hit this button. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay. But I just didn't like that. I didn't like this idea that because you're 40 something, you're supposed to get fat, you're supposed to get slow, and then with black people, we get high blood pressure, diabetes. I got high blood pressure. My blood pressure was insane, and so she was like, well, why don't you go running? And I was like, I can't run. I don't want to run. It hurts. It hurts my feet, hurts my legs, hurts my brain just thinking about it. And so she was like, no, come on, boy, just do a little bit. And again, this is where, like, when a good woman can, like, love you up. She loved me up. She was like, come on, boys, just do a little bit. Just run with me. Run, we'll run at your pace. If you want to stop, we can stop. So I was like, okay, well, let's do it. So I was terrible. I mean, I would run like 100 yards and be like, okay, I'm ready to walk. And she'd be like, okay, let's walk. And that's what we did. That was our whole, routine. And she just did that with me, and we kept building up. First we do, a mile and a half. And then we do 2 miles, 3 miles, 4 miles, and then we do them a little faster. And I think that once you get into it, you start to get used to it. And where the high really kicks in is when you really, like, you get up in the morning. You know how you get up in the morning, you in your drawers, and you look in the mirror for like a second. Don't act like you don't do it. You look in the mirror just to see what you look like. And you see yourself looking different than you looked before. Like, I was like, whoa, my stomach is flattening. This is cool. I was like, I want more of this. So then I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to keep doing at least what I've been doing so that I can keep getting these little highs that come with stepping on the scale, losing a couple of pounds, losing a couple of inches, wearing sizes and clothes that I haven't worn for a long time. Like, that was a big deal. Like, I mean, I think I was approaching a 42 in my waist, which is like fat boy status. And then it was like, I go and they'd be like, what size you wear? I'd be like 40. And they'd be like, no, you don't fit a 40. That's too big. Then it was 38, 36. And then now I think I can actually legitimately go at a 34. And when I was in college, I was 32. So it was just kind of like, this crazy reality
for now.
Oh, wait, sorry. Okay. Well, there's that Target. Remember, we saw that Target when we were on our way in.
I thought we were on Madison, and this is
Yeah.
Monroe.
Yeah, we're on Madison, yeah.
This is Monroe, though. I
Okay.
think we need to go down one more
All right. You
to
sure?
Madison. That's what I think.
Okay, well, let's go. Let's go down. I remember the Target.
Yeah, maybe that Target is like the whole block long.
Yeah. And so it was the only thing I can think of that I can recall, which gave me that transformative feeling, was like, you know, when you first make money, like when I became an entrepreneur and I had that first experience of, you know, making like $25,000 in one day, you know, something that I'd never thought was really possible. I'd heard that people do that stuff, but I'd never seen it. Actually, I've done more. I made $250,000 in a day, actually. Don't tell anybody. But I know now they.
Why are you telling people that?
I know I shouldn't. But it happened once, and it was an amazing feeling. And it's like once you do that, you can't go back to your old life. It's like the Matrix. Like once you have that high of doing something you never thought you could do before, it's like you're a whole different person. You're in a whole different space. So literally, like running for the first time was and getting into it. That was like one transformation when I started seeing the weight come off. Then there was like the transformation where I like went to, you know, I went to the marathon with you and I saw all these people, old people, fat people, doing these marathons. I was like, oh, yeah, I was like, if they can do it, I can do it, right? And then recently I had a transformation when I started weight training.
Yeah.
Like lifting weights, being in that gym with that trainer kicking my ass.
Boys, your body is looking so good.
Yeah, it was great. It made me feel, it just made me feel alive. Like, yes. Like, okay, like I'm ready, you know. So then at that point, something happened where the running became easier.
Yes.
Because I was doing the weight training. And I think there was something about it. And I know that they say with weights, for men, and women too, I think, it elevates your testosterone.
Yeah.
And I think that elevated testosterone just does something to your mindset. You're more optimistic, more confident, stronger, more ambitious. You're like, yes.
You have a lot more energy.
Yes, that is true.
You know, you're not as sluggish.
Yeah.
You know, you exercise your body, and your body rewards you. You know, your body rewards you, saying you can, you know, you have more energy. You think clearly.
Yeah.
You're able to solve your problems. Because when we run in the morning, it's therapeutic for me.
Yeah.
I mean, there are no negatives.
Well, somebody's asking what was my blood pressure. How's my blood pressure?
It was so high.
Yeah. Well, it was high back then, and I went to the doctor.
I was so scared.
Yeah, the doctor. I still have to take my blood pressure meds just as a precaution, but I want to. Yeah, they're reducing the medication, and we're gonna wean off of it, but because I don't like taking medication. But I went to the doctor and he took my blood pressure, and I'm used to it being pretty high. And they said it was like 120/80, which is pretty much perfect. And I said, and the lady took it, and I told the nurse, I said, can you take it again? Because she took it before the doctor got there. And she got 120/80 again. And I was like, and then the doctor came in, I said, I don't want to question, you know, what the nurse did, because the nurse is black, you know. And I was like, damn, I don't want to question the black lady's work or anything, or be like, you know, but I was like, I need to be sure, like, I hope that she's right, but I need to get other opinions to make sure that this is where my blood pressure's at. And he took it. He said, "Oh yes, 120/80."
So and you texted me, and I was so proud of you. I remember that.
Yeah. And so that's when I was like, well, can we work off these meds? Because the meds may be what keeps it there. But even with the meds, initially, it wasn't like at that level. It wasn't that low. It was so high. My leg was trying to feel
I know your legs hurt.
But I can stretch. I can take long time.
It's so cold right now.
Before we go exercise at all, get started. Start with basic stuff. Like I saw this 80-something-year-old man who was like and his advice was pretty basic. He said, just every day, make yourself anaerobic. Do something every day that's going to make you out of breath. Yeah. Just, you know, like run in place as fast as you can for 45 seconds.
Heart rate up.
Yeah, get the heart rate up. And then when you're like tired, done something for yourself. Or maybe walking. My thing is I hate running. Running, I don't hate it. I don't like painful running, like, because it makes my joints hurt. I don't like being out of breath, oxygen depleted. You know, so for me, I'll run, but I will run as long as it's fun. Like, that's my thing. I will run as long as it's fun. So fun to me means if I'm tired, I can stop. Not fun is where you're tired as shit and you got to keep on running. I do not like that feeling at all. So basically my goal in these races, I'm not a fast runner. I literally try. Like, I joke with Alicia, I said, I'm part of the Bolshevik revolution. You know, you had the Bolsheviks and the Trotskys. I said, I'm the Bolshevik, I'm the bullshits and the Trotskys. Like, that's what I am. Like, I'm either bullshit or I'm trotting. I'm not running fast. So you can just trot along, and just finish. Like, that's the goal. My goal is just to finish. And if I finish, I know I burned like a shit ton of hundreds of calories. I know that I can go eat regular food and I'm not going to get fat. I'm probably going to lose weight, especially if I don't consume more than a certain amount of calories or I watch what I eat, and that's it. I don't have to be reckless records. Look at that.
Look at this. They still have record stores.
Yeah.
Here's a thing.
Like,
Look, they have
makes me think about
vinyl.
Ruthless Records.
I know.
EZE.
That's so cool that still exists.
Second and third medical opinions are important. Yes. Congrats. How did you condition your body to be able to do marathons? I'm not there yet.
You have to
train. You have to work your way up. So where I am now is I could probably do a half marathon. Like, I did 9 miles today.
So you're good for a half.
Yeah, I'm good for a half, right? What happens is you get the lactic acid buildup in your legs where I'm not really tired. Like, I'm not winded. My upper body's feeling good. It's my legs. My legs are like, oh. So, yeah, I did stretch.
Okay.
But I'm thinking I need to get, but like if I was to run further, I would probably throw on some icy hot and warm my legs up and stretch them and then be ready to do and then maybe drink some Gatorade or get some electrolytes, kind of refuel. So I probably could have did another 5 miles today. So, this is State Street. So, we keep going?
Madison, that place is on Madison will be hard.
Yeah, but do we go this way? Did you check the GPS? Are you GPSing or are you guessing it?
I know it's on Madison because you wrote the
do you know Madison this way?
We're on Madison Street.
Oh, okay.
The name of the street is Madison.
So we're on Madison, so we go to Madison and Wells.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
I
All right.
understand what you were talking about.
Okay,
right.
I'm just double checking.
All right.
I was like, are you GPSing or are you guessing? Are you good guessing?
I'm like, don't you know what
Are you GPSing or are you GP guessing?
Oh, aren't you adorable?
Look at my medal. Look, check it out. It's like a chocolate bar. And you can take a bite out of it. Cool, right? And it's the hot chocolate 15K. 15K is 9.3 miles, so I'm really feeling good right now. And but I don't want to make it about me. I'm not trying to be all cocky about it. It's more like I just want to encourage anybody. Usually most of us have a mental block. Like, we usually have something that we know, we're like, okay, if I could just do this, then my life will get better. If I could just change that, or make this adjustment, or go through this painful process. And so, I just want to encourage you, find that thing and kick it in its ass. Find that barrier, and I want you to just fuck it up. Literally meditate on it, focus on it, and make that literally your life mission. Literally, my life mission right now, when it comes to my obstacle, that one obstacle, not all the obstacles, not every obstacle, that one obstacle, my life mission right now is to find that one obstacle, and I'm gonna fuck it up. And I think that kind of approaching it that way, just focusing on one thing, you might fuck it up with baby steps. You might nibble it to death. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to take it all down in one day. Just nibble it to death. Baby steps. The key idea is, and I think the reason I like long distance running a little bit, the one thing I like about it is when I do the races, my goal is not to go fast. My goal is just to finish.
Yeah.
Right. So.
And it helps to join a run club.
That's
you know,
true.
because you're with like-minded people who enjoy running, who motivate you and get you to sign up for crazy races.
That's true.
And it's like, they're the
That's
best
true.
people in the world, the run club friends,
That's true.
our run club friends.
And it's a different mindset.
Yeah.
Like runners do kind of have a interesting mindset where, like when it's really, like if it's 3 degrees outside, you would think the race would be canceled. And the runners won't even talk about canceling. They'll just show up. They'll just show up. Right, they'll just show up and do it. Like they don't even, it's not even like, well, should we cancel or should we not? Like maybe if it's like a tornado or lightning hits the ground, you know, in a nearby area, they might say, okay, it's canceled. But they'll have to make them go home. You know, I find that really interesting. And you'll see old people, fat people, you know, people talking about I had cancer and I just ran a marathon. Right, right.
Body type.
That's so true.
That's so true. Body type.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what they say when they think like fat people.
Right. And something I like with running, the mindset of running, once I was able to kind of internalize it properly, I enjoyed running because running was like life, you know? Like it's like with running, I just run until I'm tired and then I stop and I rest and recharge my batteries, and then I'll run a little bit further, and then I stop and I rest, and I'll recharge my batteries. And the goal is just to keep going and then eventually finish. And life is the same way. Like when I was in school, trying to get through my PhD and everything else, I would work, study all day long, get exhausted, mentally exhausted, go to sleep, you know, and wake up fresh, drink the coffee, go at it again. You know, and it's just like that repetitive process, and that's how people do great things. They just sort of every day, just kind of consistently, repetitively, robotically, kind of do the same thing.
Do a little more at a time.
Just do a little bit every day.
And it adds up. Next thing you know, you're done.
Yep. Next thing you know, you've done all this amazing stuff.
And you get your shiny medal.
Yeah, you get your little chocolate medal, or whatever it is. You know, so I think that's probably I think running kind of captures a lot of what I think about, you know, in my own life in terms of things I want to do. You want to try to run it? We got 5 seconds. Okay. Jogging now it is so difficult. All right, we made it. I'm doing research myself on where I came from. Just started to learn who I am. Now I want to know where I came from. It's shocking to know how much I don't know. Yeah. Me too. I'm the same way. My assistant did research on my family on my father's side, and she said that there's a lot of entrepreneurs on my father's side, a lot of smart entrepreneurs on my dad's side.
I believe it.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Show us your medal. There you go. I got it. It's a big piece of chocolate, and it says 15K, and I'm kind of proud because I could have chosen to do a 10K or 5K, but we did the 15. Good morning. And so it was a good experience. Yeah, Madison and LaSalle is right past this block. So yep.
We're almost there.
Yep. So by the way, I hope you guys have thought about joining the League of Intelligent Black People. It's basically a little tiny membership platform at intelligentblackpeople.com where you can ask me questions. I'll answer your questions. You can give me suggestions on topics, and also probably tomorrow or the next day, I'll have a little private conversational session where the members will be invited in, and we can kind of talk back and forth a little bit about all different kinds of stuff. So if you are interested, you can go to intelligentblackpeople.com. And what it does is it supports the channel, allows us to kind of, do stuff on our YouTube channel that is important for Black media, but also at the same time, we want to give you something for your investment. We don't want this to be charity. We want it to be an investment. So go to intelligentblackpeople.com, and I guarantee it'll be worth your while. Let me see here, and it won't cost you more than a trip to McDonald's. Running while black is natural. Just imagine a redneck after you with an AR-15. Well, rednecks don't really scare me. I ain't really scared of none of these rednecks. I don't wake up every day scared of the KKK. Most of my friends ain't got shit.
Talk to rednecks. They're not that bad.
Some of them ain't that bad.
Some of them aren't that bad.
Yeah,
Come on, let's go.
most of my friends got killed by black men. I ain't gonna lie. Most of my friends that got killed, seriously, I can't think of a black person I know who got killed by a white person. And that's kind of bad. It's hard to admit, but it's true. I don't think I have a single murdered black friend who was killed by a white person.
That's a fucked up thing to say, but it's like a truth.
Oh, y'all live around each other.
Yeah, that's true. So it's not. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what that says about the debate on black crime, but it says, you know, we got to talk about that. We can't just talk about it when white people kill. Like if you get killed and you have the misfortune of being killed by another black person, that I don't want the whole black community to ignore it just because you got killed by the wrong person. You know, like you got killed by a black person, so that doesn't matter. Those deaths, it's almost like
he has the right to kill you, but a white person doesn't have the right to kill you.
Right. Well, we ain't gonna air our dirty laundry. He murdered 14 black girls, but we're not gonna air our dirty laundry in front of white folks. Hold on, we gotta pay our.
You have the ticket?
Yeah, it's in my other signature.
Yeah, I'll get it out. Because you're on the video.
Oh, here you go.
It's in here?
What would you remember? Well, you know, King, just imagine the slowest time that you could possibly imagine. Imagine like a time that a slow, mentally disabled person might run, and then add like an extra 30 minutes on top of that, and that's probably me. I am not a fast runner, and that's why I want to encourage people who are not into it, who don't feel like they can do it, to just know you ain't got to run fast. The key is you just got to move. Just keep your feet moving. And what'll happen is those pounds will start coming off. You'll start feeling so much better. I mean, I love it. And then when I started adding in the weight training, it's been really quite a transformative experience. A lot of fun. You got it? You need a credit card?
I have a credit card, but it's not working. Let me see. Oh, but you don't have numbers on it. Okay, hold on. I got it. You can go on.
You got the wrong.
No,
Here.
there's no credit cards in here. You want me to use this one?
Yeah, that card should work. Or try this one then.
Okay.
Make sure you put it in the right way.
Okay.
Just put it in. Maybe you got to put it in and leave it in.
It says remove instantly. Okay. I think they get it.
Okay, good. 4 hours, yeah, probably. I'll say more like 2.5, over 2 hours. I got a bad back though.
Are we on 6?
Yeah, I think so. France.
France.
Yeah, I would say defer that to your doctor. Talk to a trainer, because they have ways you can work out without impacting the parts of your body that have injuries. Hey.
You in Canada?
I think so.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank you. You wearing 15?
Yes.
Good for you. All right, enjoy it. Take care.
Stay warm.
We need to get healthier as black people, said Ariana. I agree with you. Let me see. Black on black crime every day it's so sad. That's true. Yeah, I didn't like it when the debate got to the point where we were like, okay, for political reasons we're just gonna act like black on black crime doesn't exist.
Oh.
You know, like it's like no, I don't like that, because that's a disservice to people who've been affected by it. Like I think, you know, you gotta protect your community from all the enemies, both foreign and domestic. You can't just say, oh, we're gonna stop the cops from killing black people, but we're gonna let black people kill black people without it meaning anything. Is this way? Okay. Okay.
No, am I driving or you driving?
Sorry, you can drive.
You want me to drive?
Yeah, do you mind?
I don't mind driving.
Okay. Here you go.
You can send it to a video.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't really think, you know, that we should have it where we act like black on black crime is not real. I think you can have both. That's why I'm not big into politics, because politics makes you into a cartoon character. Politics pushes you to an extreme, and you have to commit to a set of ideas that you may not agree with. Like, I think, I'm going to tell you the truth, I think Dr. Ben Carson is an awesome role model for the black community. But he stopped being that person when he became Donald Trump's whipping boy. When he became Donald Trump's little favorite black man, it killed his ability to be, you know, the great man that he is, you know, that he was on his own. So, you know, I remember my mother used to talk about Dr. Ben Carson all the time. Because the thing is, Ben Carson, you know,
His story is phenomenal.
right, we have similarities. Like my mother, you know, his mother was a young mom, my mother was a young mom. He lived in the projects, was on welfare. We were in the projects on welfare, you know.
So great.
And it was like she used to talk about that, like, you can do it, you can do anything. And that was what I knew when it came to Ben Carson. I didn't know all this politics.
Aww.
So then he becomes a Republican, and because we just kind of have this thing where we can't even acknowledge, like, if a Republican has a good idea, or if the Republican might be a good person, we just suddenly are like totally dismissive. Like,
Well, I was
F
kind of
him.
disappointed when I found out he was a Republican.
I agree.
I
I
ain't gonna
agree.
lie.
Well, I agree,
I was
but
like, but his story is still great.
and I
He's
think
still a
that,
great
but I think that
person,
what we got to
you know?
do as black people is stop believing that you have to be a Democrat to be a good person too. Like, I think,
yeah,
I think that we can have good people who are Democrats, some of whom are Republicans, because at the end of the day, the shit don't matter.
And then, but some of the stuff that like Republicans do, and then for him to be associated with that party, that's what was disappointing to me.
Right,
know?
right, and the thing is though, as I began to look at it more critically, I began to have issues with my friends who are associated with some of the stuff with Democrats.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
Democrats really are.
Yeah, like the Democrats, you know, they pushing the Me Too movement, which is the biggest threat to black men since lynching. You know, like, I'm not a big fan, or since mass incarceration. Like, you try to lock people up with no evidence and all that, and you expect me to vote for that bullshit? I'm not voting to incarcerate more people for nothing. Like, fuck you. You know, and then you have what's the other one? The other dumb thing that they love. They like it used to make me vomit. The way they would talk about abortion. It you know, like it's no big deal. Like, oh, you know, it's all that matters is that you're happy and you can just kill your baby and everything's wonderful.
Well, I mean, it's about whether women can choose. I think
women can choose.
Women should be able to choose.
Yes.
What happens to their body? You know.
Right, and I agree with that. I agree with
so
that.
That's basically
that.
the argument.
That I agree with mostly. I mostly agree with that. But the problem I had was when I would hear them talk about abortion like it wasn't a big deal.
Oh,
like to me, it's like, no, abortion. First of all, let me say this. Here's some things I do believe. If you are an abortion, I know what the law says, but if you're an abortion counselor and a 14-year-old comes up in there pregnant, that child's parents have a right to know.
No, it depends on what state.
Right, I know. They may not legally have a right to know, but morally, I'd be livid if you ever telling my 14-year-old to go kill her baby and you're not even asking me what I think. Number two, I think fathers have a right to have some say over what happens to their child. This idea that, like, oh, well, you're a man, you have no right to tell me. Which
way should I go, Madison or Will?
Try Madison. Yeah, try Madison. That was the one that took us to Michigan. But Madison might be going that in the other direction.
Going the other
so you may want to flip, just make a left and come back around and come back. And you could go to Michigan and just go south on Michigan and just take you all the way back.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Continue, boys.
Okay. Yeah, like I think fathers, you know, like it bothers me like that when we would tell a father of a baby, you have no say here. It's her body. You have no say. Like, no, a man has rights. You know, that's his baby too. Like, he should have some kind of right.
So what if a woman wants to keep her baby and the father wants her to have an abortion? Then what?
Right.
What happens then?
Right. And really, and that's what they don't want. That's the debate, I think.
I'm just curious.
That's the debate that doesn't work in the favor of liberals because if you want to really be fair, right? Like, because think about this. If the father wants to have the baby and the mother doesn't, then the liberals believe, well, the mother should make the decision, the baby should just disappear, right? But if the mother wants to have the baby and the father doesn't, then the liberals say, well, it doesn't matter what the father says, the mother should have the baby and the father should have to pay child support. But there have been women I've heard who were more fair-minded about it, who've actually advocated to say, no, to be fair, then the father should not have to participate in raising the child if he doesn't want to.
I don't think liberals really say that. I think liberals are saying, okay, you created this child, and you two, if you guys can't agree on it, this child is still created, and that's the risk you take.
I hear what they're saying.
So I think, like, this child, if the mom wants the child to be born and the mother has chosen to do that, you as a father are still responsible.
Right. So ultimately, and that's the problem. That's the tyranny of it all.
It's the
tyranny of it all. Right. The tyranny of it all is whether she wants to kill the baby, you got to do what the fuck she says. If she wants to let the baby live, you got to do what the fuck she says. And it's all about It's all about hold on. It's all about not letting the fathers have a voice. Fathers should have a voice.
I agree.
You know, and I'm not an advocate. I'm not a believer that a baby should be born without parents. I mean, personally, really, if I was the king of the damn planet, I would just say to people, like, look, you got to have a license to go out and start fucking. Like, if you're going to be out here.
Well, I don't know that. I just think it's a breakdown of the family. It would be nice if people got, married or made a commitment to each other.
Right, or people were just responsible. Like, if you have a baby because you had drunk sex with somebody and and we're raw
it's your
dogging a perfect
responsibility,
stranger, and then now this baby's coming,
Right.
and the rest of the world's got to help you sort through your shit. Like I said, I'm not saying that I was joking about people having to have a license to have sex, but you literally have people that make bad decisions, and then they expect the rest of the world to compensate for the choices they
Well,
made.
there is, I think what liberals are saying, there is no answer to that. But since there is a child born, you know what I mean, you should be responsible.
I hear what the liberals
Well,
are
what do you
saying.
think? Give me a solution.
No, here's a solution.
What's a boy solution?
Here's a boy solution.
Yes.
Either you're all the way in or you're all the way out.
Okay. So should the father be responsible?
All the way in means that the father. How about this? Power should come with responsibility. Responsibility should come with power. You can't give somebody one without the other. You can't ask fathers to be responsible for the baby if the baby lives, but have no right to say whether the baby should live or not.
So
Right?
what,
That's what
how
I'm
does
saying.
that work out in actuality?
What that means is that if a man and a woman are pregnant, if the woman is carrying the baby, there should be something in the law that allows the father to have some say in whether or not the baby gets aborted. The mother should not be able to go and just get the baby like sucked out of her body and chopped up and killed without consulting the father.
How is that going to be enforced?
It should be illegal. It should be just like killing somebody's baby. You kill my baby, I'm gonna be pissed off.
So the women should go to jail. You think the women should go to jail?
I don't know about jail. I'm not saying jail is the right solution. But I think that there should be some sort of penalty to let people know, like you can't kill somebody's baby. Like just like if I killed a 1-year-old, if I took somebody's 1-year-old and killed the 1-year-old, like people call me a monster. But if I kill somebody's baby and it's in the womb, it's like, oh, it's no big deal, it's just a baby. Who cares? Who cares? It's just an abortion. It's no big deal.
So you think that if the father says yes, keep the baby, and the mom says no, how is that going to play out? Like, what if the mom is forced to have this baby and she does not want to have it? How's that going to work? I'm just curious. I don't disagree with you.
Right. I'm not going to say that the mother should. I'm not going to say she should be forced. I'm going to say that there should be a process where you can work through the different outcomes. Like you could say, okay, let's hear what the father has to say.
Okay.
Let's come to some sort of understanding. Okay, we
got to make this decision quickly.
Right.
Time is an issue.
Right. There's a disagreement. The mother wants an abortion. The father doesn't. The father has rights. Let's check with the dad. Maybe the dad says, look, just have my son. And I'm gonna take my baby. Right. Okay. And then that's the solution. Right. Here you go. Here's your child. The mother is relinquished of all rights. She must sign away all her rights.
So she gives it up for adoption.
Yeah, she's giving adoption. She can give the baby up for adoption to his father.
Right.
Right. The father's like, okay, thank you. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get with a real woman. We're gonna raise this baby. So, and you better not come back. You can't come back. You signed away your rights.
Have that baby a whole 8 months.
Yeah, because
if her mother had a baby.
Yeah, I mean, you chose to lay down with that person. You chose to make that baby. If you did not want to deal with the responsibility of being a mother or being a father.
The mom doesn't want it and the father. Okay, so what should happen the other way around?
What do you mean? If the father doesn't want the baby? Or the mother wants to abort?
The father doesn't want the baby and the mom wants it, then what?
In that case, the father should be held accountable for the fact that he made that baby.
Okay.
Again, all the way in or all the way out, right? All the way in means power and accountability go hand in hand. So that means that if you have accountability, you must have power. If you have power, you have accountability. So if the father has the power to decide what the fate of that baby is going to be, then he also shares joint accountability for what happens with this child. But if he has no power to decide, then he should not have accountability.
Should he be responsible for the baby?
Wait, yeah, hell yeah.
He should be, even though he didn't want it.
That's his baby.
Okay.
Don't be sticking your dick up in people if you ain't ready to take responsibility. Seriously, people just think sex is about pleasure. Sex isn't about pleasure. You're creating a person.
Okay.
You are making a human being.
So if that was the case, then men would be more accountable.
Men should always be accountable.
Well,
I mean, anybody who has a uncle or a cousin or a brother who ain't taking care of their damn kids, he don't deserve to have a dick. I'm sorry. You do not deserve, testicles attached to your body because you're not a man. Seriously, anybody who's watching right now, you ain't taking care of your kids. Like, come on, man, you can do better than that. And you don't what's the word? Enable that shit. You don't enable that. Because that's what we do. We let it slide. We laugh about it. No, this is a traumatized child. This is a child who's going through hell, probably maybe getting molested. Feels like nobody loves them. Probably suicidal. at the age. Seriously, I've seen children at the age of 11 who tried to kill themselves. At the age
What
of
does
11.
everybody think? What are your people watching? What do they think?
Well, let me see. Burke says it sounds reasonable. So Burke is my dude right now. Janine says congratulations, thank you. Golden Honey says poor audio.
How about no sex till you get married? That's great.
That ain't gonna work. We know that don't work. Can y'all hear me? Somebody says poor audio. Let's turn the music down. Maybe that's what it is. I hope you guys can hear me okay. And somebody
What they say?
Segment says she's getting on my nerves.
Who is that? Segment? I love that's a great goddess.
Okay, let me see. Okay, Golden Honey keeps saying the audio's poor. Can y'all? Is everybody having poor audio? If your audio's good, tell me your audio's good. Say good audio. If your audio is poor, say poor audio. My phone been getting wet. Okay, T-Stacks is loud and clear. All right, and there should be some more answers coming through. But I guess if the audio's poor, they wouldn't hear me.
I'm just curious about what people think.
Okay, here we go. I see strawberry. What's that? W.S. Berry says it can hear. Kennar People says poor audio. Brooklyn Chamar says thumbs up. Okay, so it looks like a couple of people have poor audio. It looks like everyone else has good audio. Give me a thumbs up. Also, give me a thumbs up. It says muffled. Okay, I don't know what to do about the muffled part. I'm sorry about that. Maybe it's because the phone got rained on. Cynthia says she can hear. Yeah, so y'all get a chance to hear the kinds of stuff that we debate about. You know, we're both professors, so we're in the constant act of what they call mental masturbation.
Yeah.
But it helps me. Ryan says it's muffled. Golden Honey says it's muffled. Janine says the audio's better now. Okay. Congrats from New Orleans, says Queen T. Thank you. John says audio cool. Okay, that's what's up. Thank you. Yeah, so I did this race, and now I'm starting to feel it in my legs. My legs are starting to really stiffen up. I'm gonna need to really get some ice on them because I'm gonna have so much swelling tomorrow and pain. It's gonna be agonizing. In fact, I almost feel like I want to get ice packs. Maybe stop at Target, get some ice packs, and just get some food and take it home instead of going to the. Do you still want to go to that breakfast spot?
I do, but I'm cold.
Yeah, let's go home.
Cold and wet.
Yeah, let's go home. Fuck that. We'll go to breakfast later.
Yeah.
We can go to what's that place? The Crispy Waffle.
Oh, back at home. Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Maybe later. I thought it was a good debate, says Burke. Also soak in Epsom salts, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Vicky says, Dr. Boris is so... They cut me off a minute. Vicky Dillard! The great Vicky Dillard. She is a high flyer. Vicky Dillard, she puts it in. She puts it down. She did. She kicked Oprah's ass. That was a great video about Oprah. That was a video that rocked the world. And then I was like, she's right. She's making good points about that. Because I'd had those thoughts about the Oprah thing. I did not like. I watched Oprah's speech about Stacey Abrams, and I was like, oh, she's using all the Negro trigger points. Typical Negro trigger points. Like she's like, girl, I told her that. Like she's making all these little jokes. Be careful. And what else did she? And then that. I just think that part about your ancestors. It's a disgrace to your ancestors if you don't vote. God, shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. Like just tell people to vote. Just that's cool. Like if you're just like, okay, I think everyone should vote. We gotta rock the vote because if we don't vote, Donald Trump's gonna come kill us. Whatever. That's that fear mongering, right? That's what they say. Donald Trump. If we get another, we won't survive another 2 years of Republican control. It's like we don't survive the Middle Passage. We don't survive 250 years of slavery. We done survived 100 years of Jim Crow. We done survived 25 years of Bill Clinton initiated Nazi Holocaust genocidal level of mass incarceration. We done survived 20 years of gangster rap. We done survived 8 years of mumble rap. And you gonna tell me we can't survive Donald Trump? Man, shut up. Seriously, That's a joke to me. I think black people can survive anything. And so, my position on the voting thing is not, you know, like, should we vote or should we not vote? Like, if you vote, I'm not gonna make fun of you. I'm not telling you not to vote. I never told anybody not to vote. People think that.
People think you said that?
People are accusing me of that. A lot of people, but I mean, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Because I'm confident in my truth, right? I have just told people that it really doesn't matter. Like the data shows what the data shows. Like the studies show clearly that voting does not help black people. It does not make a difference. Black politicians do not make a difference. And even if you look at this, people like Stacey Abrams, who were all excited about and stuff. Stacey Abrams, I mean, at first I'm still excited. Like I really want her to win because the other guy, who would vote for the other person, right? But then there was a UK paper that was like, well, Stacey Abrams raised millions of dollars and she will not tell anybody where she got that money from. That made me think, oh man,
where's the transparency?
Have we fallen for the okie doke?
Yeah.
Right? Did they say, okay, let's get some down home mammy looking black woman that knows how to be like, girl, you know what, girl? I was watching Scandal, girl. You know what I mean? And let's just put a white supremacist agenda through the mammy. Let's use the mammy to.
Stacey Abrams and Oprah Winfrey, the mammies.
Yeah, they are. They look like they've been breastfeeding white children since they were 2. Since they were newborns.
That was brilliant. That was strong.
Yeah, that's what, and that's why I think it's not a coincidence that Oprah was there. It's not a coincidence Barack showed up and was endorsing. It's a Democratic Party strategy. Like the Democratic Party does that. Like they're like, okay, we'll get the sister girl because pay attention. Like they'll get up there and they'll talk all day, but they never mention black people at all. When they're talking. They never talk. They will never, like the words reparations are like a curse word. Those words don't even come out of their mouth because in their mind they're like, no, we can't talk about reparations. That's too black. But I'm like, why would you not talk about something that millions of black people are talking about? Millions of black people agree. And even some white people agree.
A lot of white people agree.
Yeah. That black people deserve reparations. Like you teach social work students, and you say even your white students in social work understand why we deserve reparations. And so if that's the case, why is it that you can have one black person on stage, vouching for a black person running for office, and both of them are scared to use the word reparation? That's kind of deep. That's kind of interesting. Now again, maybe they're trying to be super stealth with it. Like that's what the argument would be. Like, well, we can't do that because we're alienating scared white people. Well, that probably that should concern you too, because what that says is you're serving multiple masters.
Yeah.
And you're trying to be everything to everybody. You're trying to like please a bunch of racist people. Like I can't please a racist and still really truly advocate for black people at the same time. It's hard to do that. It's like I cannot be I cannot be an attorney for a rapist and the rape victim at the same time. I can't prosecute myself. You can't do that. So ultimately I think that's kind of what they run into is it's like, okay, so you're telling me that the reason you can't acknowledge me and can't say my name in public and talk about my plight in public is because you're trying to please all these damn white people who still can't handle the truth. You're catering to some ignorant ass motherfuckers who don't want to admit to history. And so that tells me like I might like you, but I can't have confidence in you. It's almost like I don't know, in a way it's kind of like maybe like I like to think about real life examples, and maybe it's like you have a friend who suddenly becomes popular and they're trying to impress all the popular kids, but the popular kids are stupid, and they're bullies and they beat up the nerds and all that. And your friend's trying to be cool with the popular kids, and you're like one of the nerds, So the popular kids are beating your ass, and the person's like they're your friend in secret, like they're like, I'm still your friend. I just can't let nobody know, And then when the bullies come around, they're laughing with the bullies after the bully just beat your ass. You know what I mean?
That's not your friend.
Right. So you might be kind of like, you got to make a choice. Like you can't straddle that fence
you can't straddle in America. You cannot straddle the fence between Southern racist white people and conscious, intelligent, progressive, educated black people who are fearless about the truth, who are demanding, the truth, who are demanding something that's relevant and righteous. You can't do that. So I think that that's what it is. So the Stacey Abrams, I guess, the only people that she can really appeal to are the racist white people in the Democratic Party and the black people who either are settling, who are settling for anything white folks will give them, or who are just too ignorant, who just don't want to understand the truth, or who think that radical blackness is a bad thing, who think that words like reparations are, you're pushing the issue too hard. That think about it. If I was to sit down and really have a for real conversation with an Oprah and a Tyler Perry and somebody else and really start talking about, just some of the things that they might do in media that could be damaging or things that we need to deal with as a community, it would not be a comfortable conversation. They would probably not want to hang out with me anymore. They would probably not want me to
because you'd be asking them to threaten the system.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Okay. So it's like a troublemaker thing. So people that think like me, we have to have our own systems, And so that's one of the reasons why I love to support and back other black people, like say a Vicky Dillard and people like that, who are presenting the opportunity, which I think is a powerful opportunity, to have our own systems. We need a system for conscious black people. Conscious black people need systems that, just like everybody else got their own shit, their own systems, their own political systems, their own economic systems, their own educational systems. Intelligent black people need our own systems, and
it's lonely.
Right. So and the thing is, they don't have to be lonely. Conscious, intelligent black people can gather in the millions and build a whole beautiful. We're doing the fragments of that are already in existence. It just needs, additional structure. And I'm happy that through little stuff that we do, like just by having a YouTube channel that has 300 and something thousand subscribers and forming partnerships with like Jay Morrison and Tariq Nasheed and Black Knowledge and the Nation of Islam and the African History Network, we've got systems. You know what I mean? Like we can reach millions of people. The African History Network has over 1 million people on it. Black Knowledge has 700,000. I have 350,000 on my Facebook page and another 2-3 million on Facebook. The Fly Nubian Queen Network has 400,000. Jay Morrison has 250,000. Tariq Nasheed has a few 100,000. Willie D has a couple 100,000. It's a system. A system ain't nothing but a group of people that all come together under a common cause. So I might talk about what the bougie Negroes are doing and how they're doing it wrong, but I am incredibly optimistic about the opportunities that we have. I think that the fact that we're able to really come together and support each other and have each other's backs and really challenge, just some of this nonsense that's out here, we're like a rising empire that they're going to have to confront and acknowledge. They can't act like we're not here. They can pretend like they can do the bougie thing and be like, well, I'm not going to acknowledge Dr. Boyce Watkins because I'm going to pretend like he doesn't exist because I'm on TV and he's not. Okay, motherfucker, you can do that if you want to, but I'm literally going to have an axe chopping at your kneecaps to the point where you will be you will be half a foot shorter and won't even know why. Like you literally will lose so much credibility after we finish analyzing you and breaking you down and explaining, like you talk about like Michi X, like Michi ain't out there. You can act like she ain't real, but Michi X will eat your ass up. She will literally mutilate you to the point where you'll be out here looking like, what was it, Paula Deen and shit. She will eat your. So so at some you got to have an honest conversation. Absolutely. So to me, the best thing about being marginalized, like I used to be in the system, when I had my job at Syracuse and all, I didn't like it. I wasn't comfortable, so I got kind of spit out.
You're not free.
Well, I got spit out and then I was like, okay, well, I guess I got put out of the building, so I got to pitch a tent. That's how you feel. Like you're like, damn, I got put out of the building. So you're like, damn, I got to build a house. I don't know how to build a house, but I guess I got to figure it out. And the beauty of it though is that, when you're out, you really are free. Like you really have a freedom other people don't have. You have opportunities other people don't have. If you're courageous, like if you're just like, okay, it is what it is. Everything has a bright side. Everything has a bright side. You lose your job, there's a bright side to losing your job. Suddenly you've got 80 hours a week of free time to really go hard and do what you truly love doing. You just got to figure out how to make enough money to pay the rent. That's the number one challenge of any Negro that loses their job. Any black person that ever loses their job anywhere, the number one challenge is, how do I get my bills paid? So if you can solve that one little problem, then you're free. You good. We sacrifice our lives just to pay bills. Just to pay bills, get old and die. We sacrifice everything just to get that rent paid and that car note or whatever.
You should be doing what you love anyway.
I think we should.
Always
I think you should. Yes. I think you should. But I think the thing is that I think a lot of times we're not taught to monetize our talents in our own way. Like we'll go work for a company because the company's already figured out how to monetize. So we will be like, well, I got a talent. Will you hire me? So you're getting a trickle down economics. You're getting money that they're making as a company and they're trickling that down to you as an employee. And sometimes the trickle down economics does not work. Ronald Reagan showed us that, that sometimes that trickle don't work. They don't trickle shit to your ass, and if they trickle it to you, it's under certain conditions. You have to behave. You got to do what they ask you to do, engage in the good Negro behavior protocol. So what I think is that when you teach young people how to monetize at an early age, like, look, all you gotta do is figure out how to pay your bills and then you're free. You can do whatever you want. Like, I think that is like an easier equation for young people to solve. Are you able to park here? Here's a spot right here.
No, I'll park here.
Unless you want to park in the same way. Okay. Let's see. Last time she parked all up on the curb and stuff, running over squirrels and little children. Let's see if she does better this time. Let's see
I'm
what.
from Chicago, man. I know how to park.
Please remove this silly slim troll. We got some Queen T. Let's see. I see Queen T and Vicky Dillard. So if there's a troll in here, put the troll in timeout and teach them a lesson. And if they keep on trolling, then just delete them, put them out forever. All right, I'm about to go, guys. Actually, I'll let y'all see if she parked right. Let's see how she parked. Now she's probably feeling self-conscious, but I'm
Perfect.
You did. You know what? You parked really well. You really did.
I know I did.
Yeah, she did it. Okay. I ain't trying to make... Okay, let's see. Silly Slim says, I'm not a troll. I just want to help. Okay. All right. Well, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right. So I'm about to go right in Dr. Boyce's name. Hell, write in your own name just for... Do not write my name in, because if y'all elect me, I will not show up to office. I will not participate in this corrupt political system, because I'm not trying to go to jail when they done trumped up some federal charges or some shit. Anyway, I'm about to go, guys. Don't forget, please hit that thumbs up button real quick for me, and the subscribe button. Also, feel free to join the League of Intelligent People. You can go to intelligentblackpeople.com. That's intelligentblackpeople.com. That's our group, our Black intelligence organization, and it's the membership fees are very, very small, but it makes a big difference in terms of helping us to secure Black media worldwide, and also we'll give you lots of free stuff in exchange. So take care, guys. I'll see you soon. Have a good day. Peace.
It was a great comment.